Question. Fanny has a question about final T's. The reality is that T sounds, aside from a T at the start of a word or at the start of a stressed syllable, T is very often not pronounced as a T. It's very rare where you get like a T that sounds like t, t. Some options for T's, for instance, there are what are called silent T's. Okay, so these will typically occur after the letter N, for instance, in a word like center or interview. There are also what you mentioned as like a flap D or a fast D sound. There's lots of situations for that, but that's typically when you have a T plus an L or an R. Like a T plus an L would be like little, to give you an example, or when you have an R plus a T and then a vowel. So for instance, like party or 40, that would be a fast D sound. Okay. Or when you have a vowel plus a T plus a vowel, for instance, a word like city. Okay, so those would be your fast D sounds. And then the last one would be, and I think this is what you're talking about, is a held T or a stop T. So if you're saying that some people you're having a hard time finding content about it, on my channel as well as many other channels, the concept you want to look up is called a held T or a stop T. And this kind of mentions the words that you're describing here. For instance, you gave example of the word late, and you also give the example of kill it. Now, this is not the same thing as a silent T. Okay, and it's not exactly the same thing as a glottal T, although some people will call it that. So when you have words, for instance, like late or kill it, this is a situation where, again, you're going to get a held T, where basically what's happening is you are not releasing the breath on the T sound. However, that does not mean that the breath is going to stop completely. Okay. To give you an example, if I say in a sentence like cut with precision, cut with precision. So notice I'm not saying cut with precision, but I'm also not saying cut with, and I'm also not saying like cut with, like where I'm just taking the T off completely. No, it's cut with precision, cut with precision. So in this sort of situation, this would be a held T. I wouldn't want to, I don't want to block the air too much. So it's not cut with, because that's really choppy. Okay. So instead, what you want to do in this sort of situation is, again, I don't want to say cut. You want to make sure that that t is not fully pronounced, but you also want to keep the air moving. So you end up with something that sounds like cut with, cut with. And in fact, I would say that like 3 times, like cut with, cut with, cut with, cut with. So again, it's not cut with, but it's also not cut with, cut with. And it's not cut with, cut with. It's cut with, cut with, cut with. Okay, so it's almost like a very light glottal stop, trying to keep the air moving. That's going to be the key thing there. We have so many things and tools and resources out there to help you out. We have a Telegram group where every single day I give you a little bit of correction. And if you want to elevate that even more, we have a program called Mission English that meets 2 times a day, Monday through Friday. We guarantee at least 30 of these classes a month, in addition to 5 writing sessions. Just something to keep in mind. If you're interested in trying to work with me in a pronunciation class every single day of the week, this is your opportunity to do so.